Foreign trade surplus refers to a situation in which a country's exports exceed its imports, resulting in a positive balance of trade. This means that the country is exporting more goods and services than it is importing. The effects of foreign trade surplus on the economy can have both positive and negative implications, which I will outline in detail below. Increased domestic employment. A trade surplus can lead to an increase in domestic employment. When a country's exports exceed its imports, it indicates a higher demand for its goods and services in foreign markets. This increased demand can stimulate production and lead to the expansion of domestic industries, which in turn creates job opportunities for the domestic workforce. Economic growth. Foreign trade surpluses can contribute to overall economic growth. Higher exports generate revenue for domestic businesses, which can then be reinvested in expanding production capacities, developing new products, and improving infrastructure. This increased economic activity can lead to higher GDP growth rates, improved living standards, and enhanced economic stability. Current account surplus. A foreign trade surplus contributes to a current account surplus. The current account is a record of a country's transactions with the rest of the world, including trade in goods and services, income from investments, and unilateral transfers. A surplus in the current account indicates that a country is receiving more income from abroad than it is paying out, which can have several positive effects. It strengthens the country's net foreign assets, increases its ability to invest in other countries, and provides a buffer against external shocks. Currency appreciation. A trade surplus can put upward pressure on the country's currency. When a country exports more than it imports, there is a higher demand for its currency in the foreign exchange market. This increased demand can lead to an appreciation of the domestic currency's value relative to other currencies. Currency appreciation can have both positive and negative effects. On the positive side, it can reduce the cost of imported goods, making them cheaper for domestic consumers and businesses. However, it can also make exports more expensive, potentially reducing their competitiveness in international markets. Trade tensions and protectionism. Persistent foreign trade surpluses can lead to trade tensions with other countries, especially those with trade deficits. Persistent foreign trade surpluses can lead to trade tensions with other countries, especially those with trade deficits. In response, other countries may impose trade barriers, such as tariffs or quotas, to protect their domestic industries. These protectionist measures can hinder free trade, disrupt global supply chains, and potentially escalate into trade wars, which can have detrimental effects on the global economy. Dependence on external demand. Reliance on foreign trade surpluses can make an economy heavily dependent on external demand. If the demand for a country's exports declines, it can negatively impact its trade balance and overall economic performance. A sudden drop in exports can lead to reduced production, job losses, and economic contraction. Therefore, it is important for countries with trade surpluses to diversify their export markets and promote domestic consumption to mitigate the risks associated with overdependence on external demand. Structural imbalances. Foreign trade surpluses can sometimes be indicative of structural imbalances in an economy. It may suggest that the country is not effectively utilizing its resources to produce goods and services for domestic consumption. Instead, it relies on exporting these resources, potentially leading to a neglect of other sectors or an overemphasis on certain industries. Such imbalances can hinder long-term sustainable development and make the economy vulnerable to external shocks. In summary, foreign trade surpluses can have several effects on an economy, including increased employment, economic growth, current account surplus, currency appreciation, trade tensions, dependence on external demand, and structural imbalances. Governments need to carefully manage trade surpluses to ensure a balanced and sustainable economic growth path.